My name's Alwyn Lyle. I'm a Googie Yallinji man. I originally come from Mossman, but I live in Almaden these days. I'm actually the chairperson for the Western Googie Yallinji Aboriginal Corporation, which looks after our native title determinated lands and all the other stuff that goes with it in regards to environment and stuff.
Out of all the water on Earth, only 3% is freshwater, including 2.05% frozen in glaciers, 0.68% as groundwater, and less than 0.01% is available as surface water in lakes and rivers. This is Coppolo Dam, the main source of drinking water in a thriving tropical city in far north Queensland called Cairns. The dam took 3 years to construct. The cost was estimated at $3 million, but by the end of completion the cost had risen to approximately $6.4 million. Coppolo Dam comprises of a 45-metre high zoned earth and rock filled infrastructure, which impounds 37,000 megalitres of water and has a rainforest catchment area of 44 kilometres squared. The average rainfall at Coppolo Dam is 30% higher than that of Cairns, just 12 kilometres away. Compressed air is pumped into the dam, which increases oxygen levels and helps to maintain a healthy ecosystem. All this water eventually leads down the mountain and ends up in a place locals call Crystal Cascades. This is the Barron River Hydro Facility, a plant that generates hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity relies on two things: the rate at which the water flows and the difference in height between the water at the top of the dam and the water below. This is called the head of water. Coranda Weir is situated on the Barron River above the Barron Falls and has a capacity of 1,500 million litres. Water is then passed along a 1.6 kilometre head race, which then descends down a 411 metre steel-lined tunnel. The water is then used to spin a turbine connected to a generator. The turbines are driven by water falling or flowing from a higher elevation. Water monitoring programs are in place to make sure environment flow rates are maintained and the water above and below the hydro facility is regularly checked for decreases in oxygen levels and increases in sediments and nutrients in the water. A local traditional owner, Alwyn Lyle, is a representative of a local Indigenous community and helps take responsibility for the management of water in their traditional areas.
I'm part of the Guuga Nation. Some of that nation falls within the Tableland Regional Council area, and some of it falls within the Cairns Regional Council area. Some of the areas such as the Gorge, and Mossman and Cape Tribulation, Woodgill, that's all part of that Cairns City Shire Council, and around here at Mount Carbine, Mount Malloy, Lakefield and that, we're all part of the Mareeba Shire Council, but we never made the boundaries for in regards to what shire or anything like that. We've just had to live with it the best we can, and hope people understand that you know, as a nation of people, to be divided. Some of us do want to have economic development from our water allocation. Some of us prefer just to be able to have access to the water and the river, and to be able to teach our children what to eat, when to eat it, when the best time to hunt for turtle, when the best time to eat bream.
This area of water management is particularly important, and hopefully future governments will see the significance in including local traditional owners in water management and its infrastructures. This local environmental artist brings forth a unique perception on our management of water.
Yes, I'm Jill Chisholm. I'm an environmental artist, and I've just finished a big project that was funded by Arts Queensland called Water's Edge Creating Environments. And in that particular project I engaged in various sites along the Queensland coast, looking at issues of water and kind of our dependence on it, and the fact that in Australia we actually all live at the water's edge. In fact, 80% of people live at the water's edge or close to the coast within a certain distance. With this project, I guess the fundamental aspect of the project was from my perspective of my interest in the environment and my sense of its importance. I think sometimes what happens when we think about the environment is we think of ourselves as separate, you know, something that's a separate entity and not something that's actually part of the environment. And I think because we're becoming a global village, and because there's kind of issues of pollution and all those sorts of things, it's only now that we're starting to realise that we're not separate. In fact, we're all part of what's occurring globally. People like Sir James Lovelock came up with the term Gaia, which was actually meaning, you know, Mother Earth, the notion of a unified Earth, you know, and he, through his experiments with the atmosphere, which showed that what happened on one side of the planet affects this side of the planet.